Hey everyone, Blue Goblin here with my latest comic book review for the books that came out this week. Thanks for watching, whether you're catching it on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and now you can catch my reviews on Comic Crazy Reviews. I'll put the link in the side. You can check that website out. It's run by Mark Corum from Corum TV here on YouTube. He's a great guy, great website. He put it together very well. The reviews are going to be the site's going to be run by him, but the reviews are going to be done by him, myself, and by Boxing Type X. You know him as Anthony James. I suggest you check out my section because I just got a posted written review of Batman: A Lonely Place of Dying. I really hope you get the time to check that out. So we're going to review 5 books here, 3 books on Twitter. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with Amazing Spider-Man 612. Oh yeah, finally this series is good again. After the god-awful revisitation of the Clone Saga and the guest appearance by Deadpool, which was nicely written but with atrocious artwork, here you go. This is a Spider-Man book to read. Very well put together. This is part 1 of the Gauntlet. This is a storyline I have been waiting for. You know, because you give me a Spider-Man book that deals with the Sinister Six, I'm going to be there. And it starts off with Electro. Beautifully written by Mark Waid. I believe it was Mark Waid who wrote this book. I apologize if I got that wrong. Yeah, great stuff here. I love this variant cover. Very well put together. I love the twist that, you know, Electro gets the crowd, gets New York to believe in him and totally turn against Spider-Man. It's got such an old school flavor to it. It's just remarkably well done. I don't think you should skip this Spider-Man story. Skip the Who Was Ben Reilly shit and get on board with the Gauntlet. Next up, Dark Reign the List, Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I just read Dark Reign the List Punisher at a buddy's house, and I hated it. And I loved this. Good stuff. However, not only is the cover misleading, it really shouldn't have been called Dark Reign the List Amazing Spider-Man. The way the story is progressed by one of my subscribers, Dan Slott, you know, the way the story is written, it seems like this book should have been called Dark Reign the List Peter Parker. You know, but it's good. It's a really good story. You know, Spider-Man is involved in this story a bit, but more or less it's Peter Parker that begins the chink, that starts off the chinks in Norman Osborn's armor. And it's just very nicely written. I loved it. It was really good stuff. It also has a reprint of The Pulse from 2004, written by Bendis and art by Mark Bagley, with Spider-Man fighting the Green Goblin. So how can you go wrong there? But focus on the main story first before you read the reprint, because the main story is what sells this book. It's breathtakingly well done, and it really, you know, heightens up the character of Peter Parker, and it makes Peter Parker look like he's got some backbone again. Very well done, well worth your $4. Let's keep rolling. Spider-Woman number 3. This is another Bendis book with Alex Maleev on artwork, and this was just as good as the first 2 issues were. You know, but there's going to be a part of me who feels like that this book could be skipped just because it's written by Brian Michael Bendis. I got a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewers here on my channel that, you know, just have a strong distaste for Bendis. And while I can understand some of their points of view, don't get me wrong, Bendis has written a lot of stuff that I have just despised. Okay? But, you know, just like Jeff Loeb, not everything Brian Michael Bendis writes is going to turn into absolute crap. You know, let's look at Jeff Loeb, for instance. He wrote Batman Hush, which I loved. It was good. Predictable, but good. He wrote The Death of Sabretooth and Wolverine. I liked that. Very poetic, very well put together. Now we look at Brian Michael Bendis. He wrote the first volume of Ultimate Spider-Man, and I liked that. And he's writing this book, and this is a hit. He may be slipping a bit on New Avengers, and he may be slipping a bit on the current run of Ultimate Spider-Man right now, But this is a Bendis book that I think you should go ahead and check out. This is only, and it's only $2.99. You're not going to lose much if you don't like it. There you go. Spider-Woman #3. I say pick it up. The stuff with Jessica Drew and Madam Hydra, you know, with the Skrull, you know, with the last few remnants of the Skrull invasion, it's just very well written. All right. Next up, Deadpool Merc with the Mouth #5. Oh yeah, I loved this. My favorite thing about Deadpool Merc with the Mouth is the covers, you know, by Arthur Sudham. Beautifully painted, beautifully well put together. This is the Pretty Woman cover. I love it. Really good. That's the best thing Deadpool Merc with the Mouth has got going for it, is the awesome covers. But the story is well written too. The artwork is a bit cartoony, but this book gets it where Daniel Way fails at it. You know, the way Daniel Way writes Deadpool, it's he's just like, okay, let's put Deadpool in a book. Let's have him doing silly, ridiculous stuff. Let's have him break the fourth wall over and over and over and over and over again. And let's not have him kill anybody and they'll sell. Wrong! You know, Daniel Way's only getting half of it right. You know, I thought he was going to come back with it a bit earlier, but he just continues to fail. This book nails it. I mean, you got all the characterization of Deadpool. You got the jokes, you got the craziness, you got the fourth wall breaking, and you got the killing. Deadpool kills people. He kills a lot of people in this issue. You know, I'm not going to spoil anything. If you want some good Deadpool stuff, then get this. Not everybody's going to like Deadpool now because of the oversaturation of Deadpool, but I think you should check that book out and give it a try. Very, very good. Wasn't the book of the week, but it was still very good. Here's my pick for the book of the week. Bam! Flash Rebirth #5. Remember this book? Do you remember it? You should. It kicks ass. This right here is a good example of why Jeff Johns won the Scream Award for Best Comic Book Writer. Oh my God. This was incredible. This is without a doubt my pick of the week. You know I might be sounding a little biased because I'm a Flash fan, because I'm a Barry Allen fan, but who cares? This is a great, great book. Reverse Flash. We've always known he's loved to make it personal with Barry Allen, but oh my God, the levels of making it personal just go up and up and up. We find out in this book just how personal Reverse Flash has made it for Barry Allen. And at the end of the issue, when you're possibly thinking, how could he make it any more personal? Oh my God, it's a bit predictable how personal he wants to make it, but the twist on how he wants to get it done is what gets you. It's very, very well written. I cannot wait for the conclusion of this story. DC, if you're smart, you'll bring out the conclusion of this series faster than this issue came out. It took a long time for DC to get this book out, but it was so worth the wait. And guess what? Bonus! It's only $2.99. I'm gonna stop myself from totally geeking out and say, buy that book. You will love it. Well, that's it for this. That's it for the reviews here on the video. Watch out for 3 more reviews on Twitter. Remember to check me out at Crazy Comic Crazy Reviews. Remember, I'll put the link in the side. Check out my review of Batman: A Lonely Place of Dying. Thanks for watching again, everybody, and until next time, I'll see you later.